Hey everybody, it's Jay Kitchen from jaysbeard.com. I hope you're doing great today. We're doing a review of a fragrance that is sort of a sibling of a super popular fragrance from Parfums de Marly. This is Layton Exclusif. Check out the bottle. Before we get too deep into the review, if you would be kind enough to subscribe and smash that thumbs up button, we would really appreciate it. It really helps us gain traction with YouTube, which you need to get more views and in more people's suggested videos. Thank you so much. We really appreciate your help. Layton Exclusif is a amber fragrance, purportedly unisex. It was launched in 2017. The nose behind the fragrance is Hamid Merati-Kashani. The top notes are almond, mandarin orange, bergamot, and watery notes. The middle notes are civet, geranium, rose, gardenia, and water lily. And the base notes are guaiac wood, Laotian oud, vanilla, coffee, sandalwood, Indonesian patchouli leaf, amber, oak moss, and pink pepper. There's a lot of stuff going on in this fragrance. I'm going to read from the company's promotional materials about this scent. The aroma opens with the notes of almond and bergamot attenuated by the sweetness of mandarin. The watery notes add a bit of expressiveness to the bouquet. In the heart of the fragrance, we find pink and gardenia arrangements contrasted with a geranium touch and with a tender and almost imperceptible water lily. Zibet notes give an animal-like feel to the perfume. I think they mean civet notes. The base is formed by Paraguay's Guaiac accords, Laos agarwood, Indonesia's patchouli, and an extraordinary Ceylon sandal. The notes of amber and moss seasoned with pink pepper and vanilla soften the woody nuances, making the composition rich and enveloping. A pinch of coffee adds a sensual and expressive touch. Now, if you go to Lucky Scent, what they call the scoop about this fragrance is the following. When we first heard that Parfums de Marly had a new version of their cult favorite Layton, we admit we were at a bit of a loss. How could they possibly improve on the fruity, spicy, gloriously lively luxuriousness of this ode to the splendor of Versailles? Now that we have it in our hands, we're pleased to announce that this is no mere flanker. Instead, perhaps inspired by Marie Antoinette's extensive remodeling of the palace and the grounds in the 18th century, Marly has rebuilt Layton from the ground up, delivering a companion piece to this fresh, sporty original that surrounds the signature blend of fruits and spices with deep, animalic woods and resins for a darkly seductive experience. In Layton Exclusif, a heavy dose of civet hums through the rich floral heart, delivering a new layer of sensuality. And the already opulent vanilla and woods base is further enhanced with resinous amber and an alluringly powerful coffee note to invigorate the senses and heighten the passion. Does Layton Exclusif take the place of our beloved Layton? It's not meant to. Instead, we think of the two as the ultimate pair. Layton, a gentleman's perfect match for a day of royal festivity, and Layton Exclusif, a dangerously seductive secret weapon when day turns to evening. Nice descriptors, right? They generally do a pretty good job on Lucky Scent. So I sprayed this on about 5.5, 6 hours ago. Nice projection. It's as I put on and take off my coat, my hoodie, any outer clothing, I get whiffs of this. As I'm driving, I'm smelling it in my arm. It's very strong in the sense that it's really present. When I say strong, I don't mean that in a bad way. Like, oh, that shit is strong. It's just really present. You're going to smell it. The large bottle of the Layton Exclusif comes in a 125 ml bottle, and that retails, full retail, for $430. A lot of money. If you shop hard for this, you can find it for about 270 bucks, I think, for the 125 ml. You can get a 75 ml container of this for around 150 to 160 US dollars at various sites if you shop around. It's got the main accords, according to Fragrantica on this, are woody, oud, vanilla, powdery, warm and spicy, almond, animalic, citrus, sweet, and coffee. They talk about civet in here, and that's an animal, small animal, that is prized for its, I'm not sure how to say it. If I'm not mistaken, in Indonesia, there are certain coffee beans that are consumed by the civet cat that when they are pooped out, they are collected, and it's a super expensive coffee. So there's something about the civet that has a real olfactory or sensory kind of magic, apparently. I'm unaware of it, but, you know, this is what I'm learning slowly but surely. It has a real fresh, I'm smelling geranium, some gardenia in terms of florals. The coffee and sandalwood are definitely there. Now, the orange and the bergamot sort of fade away. There's a little bit of touch of orange rind, kind of, or orange zest, I guess you call it. A little bit bitter. It's a very sexy, mature scent in the sense that I don't know if a younger person under 35 would wear this comfortably. They may prefer the original Layton. It's a little bit sweeter. We're going to do a comparison side by side at some point down the line. It's very nice. And the price point shows that, right? I mean, they want a lot of money for this scent. Parfums de Marly is one of the, I don't know if they're the original niche perfume house, but they are one of the big players. And they sort of, I think through fragrance influencers to sort of influence the idea or created the idea of niche perfume, and that they're, you know, sort of at the top of the pyramid, as it were. Because there's hundreds of perfumers out there, hundreds of niche fragrances. This, I think the original Layton appeals to a more, I'm not going to say simple nose, but it's a bit more accessible than this. There's a lot going on here. I mean, your top notes are almond, mandarin orange, bergamot, watery notes. Middle notes are civet, geranium, rose, gardenia, water lily. So you got the florals, which is balanced by the civet cat. And then the base notes are guaiac, Laotian oud, vanilla, coffee, sandalwood, patchouli, amber, oakmoss, and pink pepper. So you've got sort of citrus, floral, and woody layers. It's really nice. I like it. Would I buy it? Probably not, just because of the price point. But I do have my 5 ml decant, and I wouldn't necessarily have a problem getting a 9 ml one to travel with if I was in the mood. But it's not something that I personally would wear that frequently. It really doesn't work for me in terms of how I approach things. I like them a little bit darker. But I believe this is a scent that you could wear for at least 3 seasons. It may not go too far in a hot environment, but it's quite nice. And you're going to get noticed if you're wearing this, I believe. Even if it becomes a skin scent and you get someone in your 1 foot bubble, they're going to be smelling you. I guarantee it. Not really, but that's what I'm thinking. If you enjoyed the review, please subscribe, smash the thumbs up button. Leave us comments down below if you've tried this or the original Layton. What are your thoughts on it? If you've got things that are comparable for a less expensive price point, please let us know. In the meantime, be kind to your fellow human beings and their pets. Stay lifted, stay well groomed, stay smelling awesome, and we'll catch you on the next one. Cheers, everybody. We love you.